Ever stop to think about how a simple hobby can show you so much about people, about what makes us tick?
It's fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah. So today we're diving deep into the world of vintage Tamiya radio-controlled cars. Or, well, the people who love them. And there's this amazing split, this kind of philosophical debate right at the heart of it all.
That's right. It's really this tension between the people who are absolute purists about the box art, making the model look exactly like the picture on the box.
Right.
And then the others who are all about make it your own, the customizers.
So our plan for this dive is to unpack that. Yeah. Look at where it came from, Tamiya's whole art legacy, the psychology driving these choices.
And how the community is actually changing now. It's a really cool window into how people express themselves.
Okay, so to really get this, we kind of need to look back at Tamiya's history, right? It's pretty unique. They started out, believe it or not, as a sawmill, then wooden models.
Yeah, then switched completely to plastic models around 53. And their whole philosophy was quality. First in quality around the world, but also making them easy to build.
Easy even for beginners, yeah. That commitment kind of gave their designs this authority from the get-go.
Almost unimpeachable, yeah.
Yeah.
And the packaging itself played a huge role, especially early on. In the early 60s, this illustrator, Shigeru Komatsuzaki, his box art wasn't just a picture. It was like a whole scene, a story.
Yeah.
Really fired up the imagination.
Like a promise of what you could achieve.
Exactly, a composition of achievement.
But then 68, right, a big change. They went minimalist, white background.
Huge change. Yeah, that stark white background. It basically turned the box into something like a gallery-style presentation.
Okay.
It elevated the model itself, made it feel more like an object of art. And this really cemented the power of the box art, especially later in the 80s with the big off-road buddy boom.
The frog, the hornet.
Yeah.
Those fantasy buggies.
Exactly. Those didn't have real-world counterparts.
Yeah.
So the box art wasn't just one look. It became the look, the definitive, the only visual canon.
Okay, so if the box art was that important, that definitive, what happens now? Tamiya re-releases these old kits, right? Does that mess things up for the purists?
Oh, it absolutely does. That's the whole re-release complication. See, the modern kits, they often use slightly different sponsor decals. Maybe the original company doesn't exist, or there are licensing fees.
Right, like Marshall lights becoming bright or something.
Precisely. So a brand new re-release kit can never be a 100% perfect copy of that original 80s box art.
Ah, so the original becomes this kind of unobtainable ideal.
An unattainable platonic ideal, exactly. Which means the purists' work now isn't just building. It's like historical interpretation, trying to recreate something that maybe never perfectly existed in one single kit back then. It's his own art form, really.
Wow. Okay, so that's the history setting the stage. What about the why? What's driving builders today?
For the box art folks, it feels like nostalgia is huge. Definitely.
Yeah.
It's that powerful, sentimental longing, making a childhood dream real, holding it in your hands. It's like a ritual, rebuilding a piece of your past.
A time capsule build. And maybe stress relief, too. That focus.
For sure. But then you flip the coin, and you've got the customizer.
Yeah.
Totally different drive. It's the creative imperative.
Self-expression, standing out.
Yeah, uniqueness. Seeing the kit as just the starting point, a blank canvas for identity. Like that builder said, if I wanted it to look the same as everyone else's, I wouldn't have bought a kit. Makes sense, right?
It does. But listening to this, it feels, well, is it really a stark divide? Or is that too simple?
That's the interesting part. It feels like a false dichotomy. Because honestly, both are super creative.
How so?
Well, the purist creativity is deep in the process. The research, the meticulous restoration, getting every detail just right according to history. The customizer's creativity is more in the outcome, the visual novelty, the unique statement. But underneath it all.
It's the same love for Tamiya.
Exactly. That's the foundation for both.
And things aren't staying still, are they? With re-releases being so common, it feels like people are maybe more willing to experiment now.
Absolutely. It's democratized customization, you could say. People aren't as worried about messing up a super rare original kit. And that's led to some really cool hybrid approaches.
Like what?
Well, think RestoMod. It borrows straight from the classic car scene. It's like a conversation between old and new.
Keeping the vintage vibe, but with modern touches.
Yeah. Like Jun Watanabe and Blockhead Motors. They've done official Tamiya collaborations like their Wild one. It totally feels vintage. But the design choices, the colors, they're clearly modern. It's a curated blend.
Okay, and you also mentioned Box Art Plus, or EVO. What's that?
That's more subtle. So the builder keeps the iconic paint job, the box art look, mostly.
Yeah.
But they add modern performance parts, hop-ups we call them, better bearings, maybe a faster motor, an electronic speed controller instead of the old mechanical one.
Things that make it run better or maybe look a bit sharper, like painting the tire logos.
Exactly. Little aesthetic tweaks, hiding wires neatly. It's kind of the best of both worlds. You get the nostalgic look, but with modern function. Solves that conflict.
So when you look at the whole community, online forums, discussions, is it really divided? Or is it more, I don't know, diverse?
Definitely diverse. People really respect both sides. You see appreciation for the purist's authenticity and the customizer's uniqueness. And there are other groups too, like the pragmatists, the racers, who just need a simple paint job because it's going to get scraped up anyway.
Right.
And lots of people do both. They'll build a perfect shelf queen box art, sits on display, and then a runner that they customize and actually drive.
So it's not really a war, more like different facets of the same hobby.
Precisely. It's a healthily diversified community. Often the divide isn't between people, but inside one person's head. They might build, say, an iconic sand scorcher, absolutely box art perfect because of its history.
But then take a more common kit, like a TTU02B buggy, and go totally wild with the customization.
You got it. Depends on the kit, depends on the mood.
So when you boil it down, this whole Tamiya thing, it's this amazing little world where you see these big human themes play out, right? Like preserving the past versus pushing forward, collective memory versus just being yourself.
Absolutely. And these new hybrid styles, the RestoMods and Box Art Plus, they show it's a scene that's growing, evolving, finding ways to connect the past and the present. It was really quite cool to see.
It really is. So maybe something for you listening to think about. What are those deep drives? Preservation, creativity, identity. How are you expressing them in your hobbies or maybe even just your everyday life? Something to chew on until our next deep dive.